So what I really want to talk about today is about performance, because performance is not required. And a lot of us have had these childhoods where we've had to learn how to perform. And we think we have to perform to get love. We think we have to perform to receive things. We think we have to perform to get money. Hey guys, I am back on YouTube. I know it's been a long time and you guys have been so nice and so kind and reminding me like, girl, when are you gonna make these videos? I know, but I feel like I'm finally in a place where I wanna talk and I wanna share. And I wanted to just bring you guys on my journey with me because I've been dreaming and manifesting and just wanting to create my dream life. And it's taken me from Barcelona to now Athens. So this is my apartment here in Athens, in Greece. And I'm so happy, I'm so excited. But there's a lot of things that I've learned along the way and that I'm learning on this journey that I've just gone through that I felt, I don't know, why don't I share it with everybody? We think we just can't have things in life, that we have to perform to get them. So in my life and my childhood, I really tried to perform to receive love. So I thought that if I could perform the best, that I would receive attention and love. And also, just from everything that was happening in my life, I was really good at seeing what was happening and going on. It's really good at like looking at people and noticing what state they're in and where they are, and then performing so that I didn't necessarily rock the boat. So I know some of you can relate to that, and I'm sure you all have your own stories, but performance is just a constant need to act a certain way so that people will like us. And it's always showing up as how we think other people will accept us and like us, rather than just showing up as who we are. So it's like you're pretending to be strong when you're tired, or it's like you're pretending to be perfect, but you're really still learning. And for so many of us, this started in our childhood, and we were constantly rewarded for performing. And so you that could be like the good kid or the overachiever. We had to learn that we had to act a certain way in order to feel safe. And then the problem is that when you grow up, that conditioning, if you don't see it, if you don't pay attention to it, and if you don't go to therapy, it just continues on in your life. The problem with that is that when we perform, we think it's the only way that we need to be chosen in life. So we think that if we show up and we act a certain way and we do something that's completely abandoning ourselves, that we'll receive our parents' attention, or we'll receive love, or we'll receive that thing that we want, as opposed to just showing up as your true self. And the problem with performing is that you're actually not in abundance, you're in survival mode. And why this is so important is because when you're in performance, you're actually not in abundance. And it took me a really long time to really understand what that even meant. And I went on this journey and I just realized how much I was performing in my life. And you know how I knew? Is because I was so tired. Guys, I was so tired of performing. And the true thing about abundance is that it's like a state of being, if that makes sense. Abundance is just something that you are. So you don't have to go out and chase things and run and go like chase after things and perform and be like, look at me, I can do it. It really showed up a lot in my relationship, and I was just overperforming. I was bending over backwards, being the girl that could understand everything, not being true to me, because I was afraid that if I was me, that I wouldn't get the love that I wanted, or like that this person wouldn't love me a certain way. But then the problem with that is that then you start to be resentful, you don't like the person, you just hate it because you always have to show up and address their feelings and address their emotions and address who they are. And you're left over here feeling abandoned, and eventually you abandon yourself. So when I left and when I came here to Athens, I took a lot of time on my own of meditating and journaling and therapy and understanding that I have abandoned my inner child. And that feeling is not a fun feeling, but it's such a freeing moment when you can look at yourself and realize, I have completely abandoned myself. What the hell is going on here? So I've been working on it, and I practice every day about abundance and about what it actually means to be abundant. And it's so cool because abundance, like being abundant and having things come to you, is just being in a state of flow. And flow does not require you to perform at all. Flow is this place of just feeling good about life, feeling good about yourself. I receive the most amazing things in my life when I'm doing nothing. And not to say that I'm doing nothing, but I don't have to go out and perform. I don't have to go out and like write these LinkedIn posts, these crazy things to get these clients and money. I don't have to go out and chase and just like be a different woman when it comes to being a man, when it comes to receiving love. Like I don't have to do those things. And it put me so much in my masculine energy. And it's just a complete 360 from where I was 30 days ago. And I'm really excited to just evolve into this person and really sit in my feminine. I notice the way I talk, I notice how I am. I'm just way more softer. So performing will block you every single time from receiving your abundance. And that's like, you really cannot perform. You can't perform to be in abundance. You can only receive your way into abundance. And receiving means allowing. It just means that you're able to be who you are. And it's this place of just trusting. I like to say the universe, but you can say God, you can say whoever you want to say, but it's just a place of trust. So as I'm on this journey and as I'm moving forward and as I'm sitting in a space and place right now where I'm actually extremely abundant, I'm attracting more and I'm growing more into my life and I'm asking more of life. And I just realized that I don't have to do anything performative to get there. It really is just here. So I want to encourage you guys to look at yourselves and not judge yourself about your childhood if that's something that you went through. If you had to perform in order to survive, don't judge that, because ultimately you did what you had to do to survive. But you should be able now to notice the patterns of yourself and notice the patterns of your life and take full responsibility in terms of creating your life. And when you realize how much you performed, embrace your inner child, just love her and really be there for her, because she's probably exhausted. When I did a really fun meditation, it was very deep, very intense, but I saw my inner child and she was just in a ball, just sitting there. And I saw her and I was like, she is so tired. This girl is tired of me. She's sick of me. And she was. She was so sick of me just abandoning her. Like, that image in my head is just there. And so I want you to pay attention to your life and really realize when you're performing, and know that it's gonna take a little bit for you to stop doing it, but the more you notice when you're doing it, then the easier it is for you to stop. And then you have to really practice and build trust in yourself, in your beliefs, in a higher power, whatever higher power you believe in. But just trusting that you can rewire yourself and that you can recreate a different path of your life and how you do things. Like your operating system of performing, you can stop it, but you have to get good at recognizing it. And then when you stop it, you have to trust something else, that whatever you want or whatever you're asking for, whether it's love, whether it's money, whether it's something new in your life, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to go out into the world and perform to get it. You just really have to work on your inner self and connect with your inner self to receive it first from inside, And then when you receive it from the inside, then it comes out on the outside, and then you'll be able to see it in the world. I'm really happy where I am right now. I really love Greece. If you haven't been to Athens, I highly recommend that you come because it's magical. Athens is beautiful. The history, the weather, the people. I feel like I'm in a dream every day. It's the best. And there's some days where I don't leave the house and I just sit and I just am and I'm just being. And it's the first time in my life where I'm so abundant in so many other ways, not just money, not just jobs, not just any of that, but I'm just abundant in my life. And I didn't have to do anything to get there, and I did not have to perform. Stop performing. And coming from somebody who is a performer, let me tell you something. You do not need to perform to receive what you want in life. You just have to become it first, and then you'll receive it. So, prepare to be sick of me. I'm gonna add more videos and keep you guys on my journey of where I'm at and where I'm going. I think I'm a little more quiet on the socials. I'm not on TikTok at all. It's just not my vibe right now. But you'll see me around more, and I'm gonna be sharing more with you guys soon. And yeah, just stop performing.